Christmas cracking treat for all of our viewers, because today is the big Craig Mutter Derby hometown game between Lymington and my soon-to-be hometown, Milton. We are here in Milton at a pub called the Wheat Sheaf. Been in here a few times over the years. But yes, it's a good pub, does really good food, so it's very popular on a Sunday for Sunday roast. Highly recommend the Sunday roast. Also, I've been to a few quizzes here over the years, does really good quizzes, but the beer selection's good. I've gone for a Kronenberg today, treating myself. Don't even need to bother what Matt's got, do you, really, to be honest? I think you can guess in two. But yeah, and it's got a really big beer garden as well, which is really nice. So on a nice summer's day, football down the road.
We're joined by Dan, who's the chairman of Milton Town. Tell us a little bit about Milton Town.
Yeah, so here down at Fawcetts Field, we're Milton Town, so formed down here 97-98 in a merger with Lymington Town, today's opponents, on the Wessex 1 05-06. And then after relegation from the Wessex Prem, Lymington went back to their original home. We went our own separate ways, and here we are today.
It's been a few tough seasons for New Milton, but this season on the up. What's your sort of influence on that sort of thing?
Obviously, I came in about 8 months ago now as chairman. Thankfully, managed to bring the clubhouse and the football side of things together. Lucky enough to get a very experienced manager in. Helps when his brother's played over 500 Southern League games and comes in the centre half, helps shore things up. But no, gave Matt the job in the summer after a very, very tough season last year, where we avoided relegation by default more than anything, so we were lucky to escape. And Matt grafted the whole summer, bringing lads in, and he's managed to put a fantastic group together who we thought at the start of the season the aim would be playoffs, but obviously now the position we're in, we're setting our sights a little bit higher.
And obviously everyone down at the club's a volunteer, so for you, what's that motivation to want to be involved?
Just the love of the place and having local people. We've got the fans we've managed to get back through the gate are all people I've grown up with, I've known for 20, 30 years. It's got a real community feel about it. Yeah, it's got a real community feel about the place. We're getting good crowds. And like I say, the more things are snowballing, we've got some very, very good people down here. I can't name them all individually, but they all do a fantastic job. We've got 8-10 volunteers on today. We've got 5 or 6 behind the bar because we are expecting a big crowd today. So yeah, it's a good place to be at the moment.
And finally, this is a ground hopping vlog. What would you say to anyone who wants to catch a New Milton game?
I think we've got the best burgers in Wessex 1 and Wessex Prem. We do decent beer on tap, and I'd like to think we play some very good football. So anyone wanting to come and watch a game, I think for £6, it's not a bad afternoon out.
That's brilliant. Thank you very much for your time.
Schmoozy. You mean Mr. Popular? Yes. So here we are today for what's a very local derby for us, isn't it?
Yeah.
So Lymington is my hometown, Mackie's adopted hometown from the ghetto in Croydon. So, and New Milton, which is soon to be my new hometown once I eventually move, which is taking forever. But How are you feeling about the Craig Motter derby today, then, Matthew?
Well, apart from the name, I think it's going to be a really good game today. Really good game today.
Yes.
I mean, it's the first meeting between the two clubs since the 2012-13 season.
Waiting all day for that stat. Come on, read it off.
1st of the 4th, 2013, a 1-1 draw was played out here between the two sides.
Not 1909 then, like I read.
No, definitely not. Ben Thompson scored for New Milton, and Roy Viner, one of the finest stove fitters in Lymington, scored for Lymington.
Local goal scoring legend around Pennington.
And Ash Brooker is the only current player who played in that game who's currently still signed on.
Yes, in the Milton squad. Yep.
That's it.
Yes. Yeah, very much looking forward to today because it's two informed teams, and also the fact that it's only taken me a nice 20-minute walk to get here, which is a treat for me. This will be my last day where I'm on the drink because of the baby arriving in January, so I have to be on the board. So yeah, Matt will make up for it and increase his beer count. But yeah, New Milton, good form, aren't they? But last time round, Ash at home, wasn't it? And this proves this season, especially in Wessex Division 1, is that if you're not on it, you could get found out, especially as they nearly did, wasn't they? They come back to draw 3-3, but could have been a different story. But then they recovered well, didn't they, last weekend?
Yeah, last 3 games, like you said, last week was a away win, 5-1 at Verwood, a 3-3 draw, as you mentioned, against Ash.
Yes.
I think Ash surprised them that day.
I think it proves, even if you're not playing well, sign of a good team like Milton this season, you come back, battle back to
get
the
that
point.
draw, so 3-0 down to come back, that's brilliant. And the 3-1 home win against Tottenham. The top scorer of the season is Brad Snemming, a man who we last brought the cameras down here, scored a hat-trick against Fawley in the cup.
Yes, he did, yes.
Very impressed with him, very good.
Yes, and also Barney Stone as well. I know his goals dried up a little bit recent times, but he is a handful.
Oh god, yeah, definitely. I mean, those two between them have got 40 odd goals this season. It's crazy.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? What about Lymington then, quickly? Because obviously we've seen them a few times this season. They're really getting better and better, aren't they?
They are. The last game was blocked. They played was a home draw against Newport, 1-0. They beat Fawley 3-1 at home before that, and had a brilliant 4-2 away win against Cove. Their top scorer Connor Lopez, another player I like, very good.
Yes.
Very good chasing.
The thing you say about Lymington is they have a tendency this season to upset the teams at the top of the league, haven't they, with their win against Frimley that we watched, and East Cow's fix as well. So
well, exactly. So New Milton have got to be on their toes today because of that. I mean, Ben Morris, the ex-New Milton midfielder, he's currently their captain. He scored against Newport the other week, and he's definitely going to be a player to watch. But then New Milton have got ex-Lymington player Toby Coleman in the field.
Yes, they have.
So there's going to be some interesting battles over the pitch today. Yes,
and hoping for a good crowd today because this kind of game deserves it, especially when it's in my name. 100 down here today would be a good shout.
Pretty full.
Yeah, fortunately.
She said, you're on the wrong end. I said, what, can you look at remorse? Things I let us work to a certain degree with players.
Yeah, I think
to become.
Well, I grew up watching us like
Oh, maybe that. Who goes and coaches out?
well, the Barry Benhall Memorial end, I think.
He's the same as well, right?
About half an hour when they're 2-0 down.
Yeah, I mean, and all their emergency lights are UV finding the needles, to be honest. So.
But to be fair, the whole area was out, so it wasn't just someone cutting the lights.
Wow, probably someone stealing copper cable.
Bloke, you can pick it up. It was ridiculous. And you think,
tormenting you, mate.
Yeah, I guess football used to be like that.
Yep,
Yeah, I've only ever known it to be like it is now. But they were literally getting the ball on the halfway line and playing a 40-yard pass back to Grobbler to pick it up.
Donkey.
And defend, get a set piece. Cause some trouble. Hello.
That's pretty cool. Let's play for next South African International. Oh, good. I'll have to move my back too much.
Always thinks I was in a bad mood. Half time is Milton Town 1, Lymington 0. Not a classic, but I think New Milton are worthy for their lead.
Yeah, I think it's been cagey affair to start with, both teams filling each other out. Sort of few maybe crosses in the box, both goalkeepers done quite well with those. But it was the New Milton took lead after about 21 minutes. Brad Snelling, some great run by Barney Stone, played him in. Wonderful finish, gave the goalkeeper the eyes to put them 1-0 up. After that, Lymington have sort of had to go a bit more on the front foot, haven't they?
Yeah, not created much there, have they? I think New Milton have pressed on last part of the first half, and I think they're happy with their lead. Not, like I said, it's not been the classic derby game. There's not been many challenges flying in, has there? Which is
and only one did. The ref booked him for it, which I thought was a bit harsh.
Yeah, maybe they laid down a marker. But has any players stood out for you first half?
I think Billy Mabry and Jack Broad have been particularly good for New Milton at the back. I think Lewis Crosser's had an in for Lymington, the central defender, has had a good battle with Brad Snelling. He's holding his own against him, to be fair. Snelling's coming in maybe a little bit on top towards the end, but he's done quite well to marshal him. Lymington need to get more of Alex Morrison and Will Johnson the ball out wide. I think start putting the balls in the box for Conor Lopez. But yeah, I think it's been a generally good game, but not a classic.
No, definitely not. Can we have a round of applause, please, audience? No. Okay. No. Thank you.
Oh, sorry.
Thank you.
Yeah. Put it back on.
Yeah, that's the way to do it.
Very much so.
Oh. We've had good pick of fixtures, haven't we, out of those games, Villa? Yeah, very good. Oh.
Think about it!
Can't argue that.
Then he goes for the go faster peanut.
Yeah.
Have a go, have a pop.
Not bad ball.
John and Matt Mabry, New Milton manager, give us a few thoughts about the game today.
I thought it was pretty dominant, to be fair. First 15 minutes were pretty much what we expected, with them coming out the blocks 100 miles an hour, so we expected a scrappy first 15. We tried to kill the pace of the game in that period, and we said if we do that, then it'll open up for us and it'll start to pan out. It's just about getting through those first 15, and it pretty much played out like that, I thought once we started, probably from the 20th minute onwards, I thought we were dominant. Probably should have had 2 or 3 more, but Lymington were good. They're full of energy, completely full of energy. They ratted us, but ultimately I thought the quality shone through, and I thought we deserved it, and probably by a couple more, if we're being honest.
Brad Snelling got the first goal today, but how good was his sort of hold-up play today?
Yeah,
really?
Brad's superb.
Yeah.
Brad's superb for a goalkeeper. He's everything at the moment. He's big, but in a good way. He's physical. He can run in behind. He's scoring goals by outpacing defenders. Now he can hold it up. Yeah, it's a real weapon for us. Real weapon.
And top of the year, league for New Year.
Yeah.
Happy with that?
It's a weird one. We haven't spoke about from the first pre-season session, we've never spoke about targets. We've never set any expectations on the boys, which is weird because most places I've been, you do kind of set expectations. We never had that chat. and we just said we're going to take it game by game and see where we end up. And I think in terms of personnel, we've got stronger and stronger as the season's gone on. The players we've been able to bring in, Els, or Elliot Pearce-Evis, Harry McGrath, Noel. I mean, they're Southern League players, Wessex Prem Southern League players. So we've got stronger and stronger. I feel we're pretty settled now. But yeah, it was good to go in at Christmas. I said to the boys today, probably the first time we've chatted about it, it's important to go into the New Year top. I think it puts a marker down. And we've got those games in hand as well, so we need to really kick on now and keep picking them up.
Brilliant. Thank you for your time, mate.
Cheers.
Ash, not the result you wanted today, but give us your few thoughts about the performance.
Well, obviously not good to lose a game, but I think just we were missing a bit of quality. Our football passing wasn't good, our quality wasn't there, and I think they just had that. Their quality was there in their passing, which I think overcome us. But again, yeah, just not our normal self. Some of the things we talked about we didn't do to begin with. We tried to start to do it second half, but again, just the final pass just wasn't good enough today from my point of view. But yeah, be interested to think about it a bit further.
Being a local derby as well, the game sort of got a bit scrappy in periods. Was that the sort of thing you were expecting today?
Yeah, I think so. Again, I tried to say to the lads, try not. It's another game. It's another game of football. Yeah, I know there's a lot about people wanting to think it's a local derby, and yeah, it's a derby, but it did go scrappy. But I think final thing was they just had a bit more quality on the ball. Yeah, I don't think there was too much between us, and it shows how far we've come. They are top of the league, but credit to them. They had to put a result in, and they've got the result. But we're going to have to learn from that. Because if we want to compete, we've got to do it consistently, and then make sure our quality's there. But yeah, we move on. We move on.
Indeed. Thank you, Ash.
Cheers, mate.
Is Milton to Lymington Town 0. Milton Town got the job done. I think even though the game was a bit scrappy, it was closely contested, I thought. Not a lot of clear-cut chances in the game, is it?
No, I can't think of a couple. I think Trojan Kelsey pulled some good saves from McCarthy Gardner.
Yeah.
And I think he also denied Harry McGrath as well at one point. Other than that.
No, so I think I have to work my editing magic on the game footage, but we'll see. But yeah, not the greatest game, but it was a good competitive game of football. And I think Lymington can hold their heads up high because compared to what they were at the beginning of the season,
shows how far they've come.
Yeah, exactly.
It was Harry McGrath who got the second goal. Good run out from the back by Billy Mabry, the captain. Put McGrath through. Decent finish.
Good finish.
Backflip wasn't so great. But
no, but I thought again, New Milton scored at the right times, and midway through the first half, and probably just after midway through the second half, which kind of knocked the stuffing out of Lymington. But then saying that, they did have a goal disallowed Lymington with 5 minutes remaining, which could have made the game interesting.
We're not
quite sure why. But
no, we're not.
I think I've heard it was offside. But
I don't think it was. I looked back at it. I don't think it was offside.
No.
But, it'd be interesting to see what the edit flows up because it's only a small screen, so I can't really say 100% for certain.
But good for Lymington though, isn't it? Yeah. They've ended the year top of the table, which stark contrast because they ended last year bottom of the table on 0 points.
You mean New Milton?
New Milton, sorry. So what a difference a year makes, isn't it?
Yes, it's a huge difference.
So
for both teams actually.
Well, they both are bottom of their respective leagues, aren't they? Last season. So it's good to see a couple of local teams doing well. It's been a good year, isn't it, Matthew?
Yes, it has, Craig.
Yeah, really good. Had a lot of good adventures. Ticked off with new ground, seen some great games. Yeah, really enjoyed myself, Matthew.
I have as well, Craig.
Yeah.
You've got the pleasure of my company as well.
Yeah, exactly. So just want to wish all our subscribers and viewers a happy new year, and stick with us next year because we've got plenty of good stuff coming your way, including a good start to the year, and we're keeping it local in January because of my baby situation.